Hello everyone. Our lecture is gonna be today about passage number 2, A Day to Remember. Let's go over the whole passage first. We all have experienced days when everything goes wrong. A day may begin well enough, but suddenly everything seems to get out of control. What invariably happens is that a great number of things choose to go wrong at precisely the same moment. It is as if a single unimportant event set up a chain of reactions. Let us suppose that you are preparing a meal and keeping an eye on the baby at the same time. The telephone rings, and this marks the prelude to an unforeseen series of catastrophes. While you are on the phone, the baby pulls the tablecloth off the table, smashing half your best crockeries and cutting himself in the process. You hang up hurriedly and attend to the baby, crockery, etc. Meanwhile, the meal gets burned. As if this were not enough to reduce you to tears, your husband arrives unexpectedly bringing 3 guests to dinner. Things can go wrong on a big scale as a number of people recently discovered in Parramatta, a suburb of Sydney. During rush hour one evening, 2 cars collided and both drivers began to argue. The woman immediately behind the 2 cars happened to be a learner. She suddenly got into a panic and stopped her car. This made the driver following her brake hard. His wife was sitting beside him holding a large cake. As she was thrown forward, the cake went right through the windscreen and landed on the road. Seeing a cake flying through the air, a lorry driver who was drawing up alongside the car pulled up all of a sudden. The lorry was loaded with empty beer bottles, and hundreds of the slid off the back of the vehicle and onto the road. This led to yet another angry argument. Meanwhile, the traffic piled up behind. It took the police nearly an hour to get the traffic on the move again. In the meantime, the lorry driver had to sweep up hundreds of broken bottles. Only 2 stray dogs benefited from all the confusion, for they greedily devoured what was left of the cake. It was just one of those days. Now let's go over the Arabic meaning Iraqi dialect. كلنا مرينا بأيام مشت بيها الأمور غلط بغلط. تشوف بداية اليوم زينة وهناك وفجأة كل شي يطلع عن السيطرة. واللي يصدم إنه مجموعة من الأشياء تتخربط بنفس اللحظة. تقول عبالك كلها متواعدة بنفس اللحظة. وكأنما شغلة واحدة مو مهمة سوى سلسلة من ردود الفعل. فرضا إذا أنت كنت تسوي أكل وبنفس الوقت تراقب البيبي الطفل اللي عندك، وهناك ودق التليفون، وهاي كانت بداية الكارثة. لما أنت تخابر والطفل جر المفرش ميز الطعام ووقع نص المواعين المفضلة، وخطية الطفل انجرح بيهن، أنت بساعة سديت التليفون هنا ورحت تركض على الطفل، اهتميت بيه وبديت تنظفه وعن القاع اللي موجودة من القزاز اللي موجود بيها، وبهالأثناء وأنت ملتهي الأكل احترق. وكل هذا أبد مو كافي، ويوصل الزوج ومعه 3 ضيوف وقايل أنا عازمهم اليوم على العشاء. هنا عندنا قصة تقول اكتشفت مجموعة من الناس قبل فترة بمدينة باراماتا اللي هي أحد ضواحي مدينة سيدني. بنص الليل اندعمت سيارتين ونزلوا السواق يتعاركون، وأكو مرة السوق وراهم من صدمتها وقفت سيارتها. فجأة داس بريك كلش قوي خلت السائق اللي وراها هم يدوس بريك، فعل ورد فعل. هذا اللي صار. زوجة السائق كانت قاعدة بصفة وشايلة كيكة كبيرة. بسبب البريك المفاجئ الكيكة شمرت من إيدها وراحت من الجامع ووقعت بالشارع بعد ما طارت بالهواء. ومستمرة ردود الأفعال. سائق الشاحنة كان بصفه هم ضرب بريك، والمصيبة هنا الشاحنة محملة بالزجاجات، وزحلقت هاي الزجاجات المئات منها ووقعت على الشارع. وبهالأثناء صار ازدحام بحركة المرور خلت كل هالكوارث اللي صارت. وأخذت الشرطة شيء تقريبا ساعة حتى تنقل وترتب السير، وخلال ذلك سائق الشاحنة اضطر ينظف الشارع من مئات الزجاجات المكسورة اللي كانت على الشارع واقعة. اللي يضحك إنه هاي الهوسة كلها اللي صارت اللي استفاد من عدها فقط كان أكو كلاب 2 بالشارع أكلوا الكيك اللي وقعت، وهذا كان مجرد يوم من تلك الأيام. نأتي هسه حاليا إلى الملخص للقطعة اللي كانت عندنا اللي هي A Day to Remember. In general, the paragraph talks about the negatives that we may encounter in our daily lives. Man is known for many annoying and difficult situations every day. Simple things can be the cause of big problems, or they can be the cause obstructing our entire day. As mentioned by the examples in the piece, how a simple traffic jam was the cause of creating a big problem and suffocating congestions. Also, the presence of the child and his pulling of the cloth of the table led to the creation of major problems and the complete destruction of household items. Therefore, we have to face such things in a positive way and try as much as possible to reduce them. Now let's go to the comprehension questions, part 1. Answer the following using what you have learned from the paragraph. أجب عن الأسئلة اللي موجودة من خلال ما تعلمته مما كان عندنا موجود بالباراجراف. What can happen if you are distracted while doing something else? You may have an accident or make a mistake. What can happen when everything seems to go wrong at the same time? It can create a chaotic situation. Can unexpected events cause problems during daily activities? Yes. Unexpected events can cause problems and lead to changes in plans. What happened to the cake during the car collision in Parramatta? The cake was thrown through the windscreen and landed on the road. What is the unexpected event? Husband arrives with 3 guests for dinner. نوع آخر من الأسئلة ممكن أن يكون على شكل true false questions. Was the wife carrying a big meal? No, which is false. She was carrying a big cake. Is the woman behind the 2 cars a learner? Yes. Only 1 stray dog benefited from all this confusion? No, 2. Did the dogs greedily devour what was left of the cake? Yes, which is true. Does it take the police nearly a week to get the traffic on the move again? False. An hour. Vocabulary part. Discover, find out, verb. Beside, next to, preposition. Suppose, assume, verb. Prelude, introduction, noun. Unforeseen, sudden, adjective. Confusion, distraction, noun. Chaos, a state of disorder, noun. Collide, crash into each other, verb. Panic, sudden fear, noun. Devour, eat quickly. هسه خلونا نشوف المعاني مالتها. discover يكتشف. beside بجانب suppose يفترض prelude مقدمة unforeseen غير متوقع confusion إرباك chaos فوضى collide يصطدم panic هنا من يكون عندنا خوف مفاجئ و devour يلتهم grammar واللي هو هذا يكون عندنا دائما guys the last part of each passage. Write different sentences using the following words experienced a lot of experience. هنا اللي يحب يبين لكم إياه إنه الفرق بين experience ممكن أن يكون as a noun and as a verb. ولما ينسأل الفرق ممكن أخليهم بجملة ومن خلال الجملة راح يبين إنه أنا عرفت الفرق. هنا عندنا we all have experienced bad and good memories in our life. So here as a verb. The other sentence, we gained a lot of experience in our last workshop. Here as a noun. Also we have good enough, enough money, fairly. Also, as before, we can put these into sentences to see the difference in meaning. They have enough money to buy a car. It is not the best car, but good enough for me. How could not fairly be accused of wasting police time? The last part that what we have write different sentences explaining the following discover invent. Also we can put these into sentences to see the differences. So discover يكتشف و invent يخترع. اللي يكتشف هو شيء already موجود احنا عندنا مجرد انه واحد يكتشفه. اما الاختراع لا هو هذا الشخص اول من اخترع هذا الشيء. الجمل اللي موجودة yesterday she discovered the world of online forms. Peter invented a new way to collect solar energy. Also we have the difference between beside and besides. عندنا الأولى without s and the other one with s. Both of them اثنيناتهم هن preposition but the difference in meaning. Come and sit beside me. هنا يعني close to next to بجانب. The other one with s besides Faye who else went to the concert بالإضافة إلى in addition to Faye منو أيضا ذهب إلى الكونسرت. وبالنهاية حتى وإن صادفنا في اليوم مثل هذه الأيام just we need to keep in our mind it's just a bad day not a bad life. Thanks for listening.